Ayana and her family had just moved into a new house on the outskirts of the town. The house was big, old, and beautiful, but there was something a little strange about it. Ayana's mother, Goy, was excited to start fresh, but Ayana couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Still, she decided to focus on unpacking and making their new house feel like home. That night, Ayana had a strange dream. In her dream, she saw a figure standing in the corner of her room. It was tall and dark, with glowing eyes that stared at her from the shadows. Ayana woke up with a start, her heart racing. She looked around the room, but everything was quiet. It was just a dream, she whispered to herself, trying to calm down. The next few days were strange. Ayana felt different, like something was inside her, controlling her actions. Her parents noticed that she was quieter. Her usual playful spirit seemed to vanish. One night, as she was alone in her room, Ayana suddenly felt a cold rush go through her. Her body stiffened, and her eyes turned a frightening shade of black. Ayana was no longer herself. Ayana's mother, Goy, was the first to notice that something was terribly wrong. She walked into Ayana's room and found her standing still, her eyes completely black. Goy's heart skipped a beat. Ayana, is that you?" she asked, her voice trembling. Ayana's mouth twisted into a sinister grin, and she spoke in a voice that wasn't hers. "I'm not Ayana," the voice hissed. Goy rushed to find help. She contacted Pastor Chijiok, a respected man of faith in the community. The pastor immediately came over with a group of prayer warriors. They all gathered around Ayana's room, chanting prayers to drive away the evil spirit that had taken over her. The room filled with powerful prayer, but the spirit inside Ayana resisted. It screamed, shaking the walls. Goy cried, but Pastor Chijiok remained strong. "We will not give up," he said. Slowly, with the power of their prayers, the demon was driven out. Ayana collapsed onto the floor, gasping for air. After the deliverance, Kai's, Ayana's stepmother, was left paralyzed with fear. She had been INRB during the intense prayer session, and the shock of the battle left her unable to move. Ayana, still recovering, went to her side, worried about her stepmother's condition. Days later, Ayana's friend Cha came over to visit. Cha had been worried about her, and when she saw how much Ayana had changed, she hugged her tightly. "I'm glad you're okay," Cha said. Ayana smiled weakly, but she still had a lot to process. Cha gently reminded her, "You must learn to forgive yourself and be happy with what you have." Ayana began to notice strange things happening at her school as well. Some of her classmates had been acting odd. After a few days of careful observation, she overheard them whispering about secret meetings and strange rituals. Ayana knew she had to find out what was going on. Ayana was determined to stop the dark activities at school. She approached the principal with all the information she had gathered. The principal was shocked and promised to investigate the matter immediately. Ayana felt relieved knowing she had done the right thing. The school acted quickly to investigate the occult activities. New rules were put in place, and workshops on personal safety and spiritual awareness were introduced. Ayana felt proud to be part of the change, knowing her courage had made a difference. With the evil spirit gone, Goy focused on healing. She spent time resting and attending therapy sessions to regain her strength. She realized that she had to be more aware of what was happening in her family and school. Goy understood that her role as a mother was more important than ever. Ayana's family grew closer, and they became more aware of the dangers around them. They learned the importance of keeping communication open and monitoring activities both at home and school. Goy, Ayana, and even Kais felt stronger, knowing they could overcome anything together. The family learned the hard way that keeping track of their children's activities, especially in school, is crucial. It wasn't just about protecting them from physical harm, but also from spiritual dangers. Ayana's family became stronger and more united, always keeping an eye on what mattered most each other. As time passed, the entire town became more aware of the dangers of neglecting children's well-being. The principal of Ayana's school, with support from local leaders, organized a community meeting to discuss how they could help monitor and protect their children from harmful influences. Everyone agreed that family involvement and staying vigilant were key to keeping their children safe. Back at home, Ayana and her family enjoyed a sense of peace they hadn't felt in a long time. Goy, now fully recovered, kept a closer eye on Ayana's activities, making sure she always felt safe and supported. Ayana resumed her normal life, but now she was more aware of the importance of balance and the love of her family. Ayana had grown stronger from the ordeal. She realized that she could trust herself and her instincts more than ever. As the months passed, she became more confident at school, excelling in her studies and helping her friends when they needed it. She felt empowered knowing she had the support of her family and her faith. Ayana's friendship with Cha deepened. Cha had been with her through everything, offering support and encouragement. They spent more time together, doing homework, playing, and even helping each other with life lessons. Cha always reminded Ayana to stay grounded and content with what she had. One afternoon, Ayana sat by the window, reflecting on everything that had happened. She thought about how far she had come, from the fear of the unknown to finding strength in herself and her family. She realized that while challenges would always come, she now had the tools to face them with courage and love. Ayana and her family decided to visit Pastor Chijioke's church, where they were greeted warmly. Ayana felt a deep sense of peace in the church, as if the prayers and love of the community were surrounding her. The pastor's sermon reminded them of the power of faith and the importance of staying connected to the Spirit. One day, new neighbors moved into the house next door. Goy welcomed them with open arms, knowing how important it was to be kind and supportive. Ayana made a new friend in their daughter, Ada, and the two quickly became inseparable. Ada, like Ayana, was smart and curious, and together they explored the town and shared many adventures. One afternoon, Ayana sat down with Ada and shared her experience with her. "Sometimes the world isn't what it seems," Ayana said. "But always trust your family and your heart." Ada listened carefully, taking in Ayana's words of wisdom. She promised to stay close to her family and be vigilant about the things happening around her. Goy, watching her daughter grow into such a wise and strong young girl, smiled to herself. She had always tried to teach Ayana the importance of understanding the world and keeping herself safe. Goy knew that Ayana had learned more than just how to protect herself physically. She had learned how to protect her spirit. The family decided to spend a day out in nature. They went on a hike, breathing in the fresh air and enjoying the beauty of the world around them. It was a day of relaxation and laughter, a reminder of how important it was to spend quality time together. Ayana's family, along with the entire community, continued to grow stronger. They supported one another in ways they never had before. The church, the school, and the families came together to ensure that the next generation would be safe from harm, both physical and spiritual. Years later, Ayana graduated from school. Her heart swelled with pride as she received her diploma, knowing how far she had come. She had faced many challenges, but each one had shaped her into the person she was today, strong, wise, and ready for the future. As Ayana looked back on her journey, she realized that the greatest lesson she had learned was the value of family. No matter what challenges arose, her family had always been there to support her. Goy's strength, Kaisa's love, and the lessons of faith had all shaped Ayana into the woman she had become. Ayana's future was bright. She had learned to value the love of her family, her faith, and the importance of protecting her spirit. As she stepped into adulthood, she was ready to take on the world, knowing that the lessons of her childhood would always guide her. Ayana's story didn't end there. It was only the beginning of a new chapter, one where she would continue to grow, learn, and thrive. Her family would always be by her side, supporting her as she made her way through life, equipped with the lessons of love, faith, and vigilance. As Ayana's story came to a close, she wanted to leave a message for all children. Always listen to your parents, stay true to yourself, and protect your spirit. The world may be challenging, but with love, faith, and support, you can overcome anything. Thank you for joining us on this magical journey through the heart of the village. We hope this story has shown you the beauty and mystery that can be found in everyday life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this tale with your friends. Who knows what other secrets we will uncover in the next adventure?